If you're a truth seeker, you need to hear this. Your subconscious is trying to speak. Welcome to the only podcast of its kind, hosted by the legendary David John Oates. Dive into the world of reverse speech, where we unveil the hidden messages in the words of politicians, celebrities, and even you. Every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, join us as we decode the unconscious mind, revealing the truth behind the spoken word. With over 41 years of pioneering research, David John Oates takes you on a journey beyond the conscious realm. From shocking political confessions to the secret desires of the stars, no thought is too hidden. Discover what they're really thinking, and maybe what you're truly saying too. Tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit www.reversespeech.com to learn more. Reverse speech. It's more than just words. It's a window into the truth.
Oops, okay. Yeah. Okay, we got all sorts of things happening at once here. Right, here I am. Sorry about that. Look, I've got a faulty mixer, and it's really annoying me. It's a big, expensive one, and as you can hear, it's given me a lot of grief. And it won't settle down. There we go. Right, don't touch it, David. Okay, I'm here. Okay, it's been a really busy week. I've done a lot of work. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, you will see all the characters I've been uploading, little cartoons and animations, and I've been getting all my books ready for publication. The Reverse Speech Fulfillment of Prophecy is out now. It's up on Amazon.com. I'll post a link. Actually, I'll post a link for it right now, if you like. This is, where's the link I wanted? This one here. Go and have a look at this. This is Reverse Speech Fulfillment of Prophecy. It's a very extensive book. It's 400 pages. It goes right into prophecy, not just the Bible, but Gnostic Gospels and other traditions. And it's available in hardback right now. The paperback, for some reason, is they haven't, it's still under review. I don't know why. It's probably just caught up in the system somewhere. But you can get the hardback right now. I've been getting the Angelian Saga already for publication. I should send that off to my editors in the next couple of days. I've been looking at lots of new reversals. So there we go. Right, look, I've got a really busy show for you tonight. We may even go over time. I want to cover all the reversals on the Iran war with the Trump, Rubio, and Hegseth. We got some great reversals on Bill Clinton's deposition for you. We'll cover them. Kristi Noem, who, of course, was fired yesterday or the day before. So we'll look at some of her reversals, see if we can work out why she was fired. I've been doing reversals on a whole bunch of new pastors. I actually Googled the top 10 pastors in America, and their reversals are just shocking. What can I say? They're really bad. So we'll play some of them too. But what I want to do first off is I want to play you a little 10-minute clip of a new video that came out.
You need to hear
about, right, we've got to remove that. Okay, I want to play you a video, about a new video that came out on reverse speech. And if you've seen it, I've uploaded it to the web, but we're going to play it again, and it's 10 minutes. It's a great little video, and I'm really impressed with this. So watch this, and then we'll look at some reversals for you.
Hi, what if I told you that when human speech is played in reverse, that some people claim that you can hear hidden messages? That when you play a conversation in reverse, you can hear messages that supposedly reveal what's really in someone's heart, whether they're lying, what they're thinking, and what they won't say out loud. I know, it sounds unbelievable, but during the 1980s, during the height of the backmasking era, there was a man named David Oates who began to argue that this phenomenon wasn't limited to music. He claimed that it applied to all human speech, and that's when things got interesting.
They say they've captured the innermost thoughts of rock stars, public figures, even unsuspecting friends and relatives. According to the pair, everybody's doing it, as if it's a seventh sense.
In my last video, we looked at hidden messages in music, what's known as backmasking. And while researching for that, I stumbled across a website called reversespeech.com. And I expected to find some more songs in reverse, some popular backmasking examples that I could use for our video, but what I ended up finding was very different. And mind you, it's 6 a.m., I am having my first cup of coffee, and I was very confused with what I stumbled across because I began to see interviews, political speeches, casual conversations, and even children speaking, all in reverse. And that is how I discovered a man named David Oates. In the 1980s, Oates and his colleague Greg Albrecht began studying what they believed were consistent backward messages embedded with normal speech. Oates calls it reverse speech. He describes it as not a random noise, but as a hidden layer of communication. According to Oates, when you record someone speaking and play it backwards, you'll occasionally hear short, clear phrases hidden within the reversed audio. And this is the crazy part, he argues that the reverse speech is directly connected to what that person is saying forward. And I will note that psychologists do not accept reverse speech as a proven phenomenon, and many critics argue that what people are hearing is our brains finding patterns in random sound. But what caught my attention wasn't that just words appeared. It was when those words seemed to connect to the forward message. So this is one lecture that Oates gave on reverse speech, and he takes a conversation.
This is just one of many, many lifetimes where we are here to develop the soul, basically. And when that is achieved, the soul will ascend.
And plays it in reverse. So this is the first example I'm going to show you guys as we walk through this. And without telling you guys what you should hear, I'm just going to play it and let's see if you get it correct.
I love you today.
I love you today. I love you today.
Okay, so some people hear I love you today, and some people hear I love to stay. Regardless, this example is being used to show you that this clear phrase is surrounded by a bunch of gibberish. And if you watched our last video on music and backmasking in music, you also see that within those songs. That the entire song played in reverse sounds like a bunch of gibberish and what you would think a reversed audio would sound like, but then you are met with a really clear phrase amongst the gibberish.
Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the whole track backwards, and you'll hear this gibberish first, then a slight pause, this very clear reversal jumps out of the gibberish, and then it goes back to gibberish once again. And this is literally how reverse speech occurs, just like this. Do you hear that just jumps up out of the gibberish?
And Oates claims that these reversals occur every 10 to 20 seconds in casual conversation. That is his claim, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the more examples that I heard, the more unsettling this became. In another clip, an Aboriginal man speaks about finding his brothers and sisters. Played forward, he discusses family.
Yeah, I just talked to different ones about it because I was sort of trying to trace a sister. One of my sisters.
So you found out that you had sisters and brothers?
Yeah, I knew all along I had one sister.
And then, played in reverse,
I am an older sister. I am an older sister. I am an older sister.
Some listeners report to hear, I have an older sister. Oates argues the connection between forward and backward speech is what makes coincidence statistically unlikely.
Yes, we must be yes, we must all you know.
I'm fit and perfect. I am an older sister.
And this next part is what drew me to make this video on our channel, which is that Oates makes the claim that this reverse speech is the voice of the Spirit. Check this out.
And the most amazing thing about it is that it is the voice of the Spirit speaking. You can hear conversations as when I work with clients, Spirit is giving advice and guidance and instructions. In fact, and I came up with this explanation just recently, it is in fact the voice of the heart, who we really are, a real self deep down inside. Reverse speech itself tells us what is speaking backwards.
Sometimes people ask me, does reverse speech endorse any particular religion? And the answer to that is no. There are no deities or religions that reverse speech endorses or says this is right or this is wrong. It just talks about the soul and the endlessness of life. And that in itself is very powerful. Indeed.
And the verse is telling us where it's coming from. It's the voice in heaven.
This is the voice in heaven. This is the voice in heaven.
Oates also claims that this phenomenon can be found in children before they even develop full forward speech. After he made this discovery, he went home and recorded his own infant, hoping to capture examples. And for months, he found nothing until his child turned 4 months of age.
For the first 3 or 4 months, I found nothing in reverse. Then at 4 months of age, I found this very clear word backwards. Here we go. And here it is backward, normal backward sound, then a very clear hello. You hear that? And amazing. That's the very first word at 4 months of age. Children are speaking backwards before they do forwards.
Yeah, and here is some even more examples with children. Here is a 3-year-old playing with a duck.
No, go feed the ducks. Feed the bugs. Yeah, feed the bugs.
He says, just love to be a friend.
Just love to be a friend.
Isn't that cute,
Love
eh?
to be a friend. Just love to be a friend.
And here's an 8-year-old telling us about a subject that she's good in and closing with a subject that she's bad in.
I'm quite a good girl, and I'm quite good at maths and English,
Here's a slip of the tongue.
but not, and science, but I don't know anything else.
And when she has that slip of the tongue, she says backwards, I'm not telling.
I'm not telling. I'm not telling. I'm not telling.
No way, she's going to tell us a subject she wasn't good at.
And this next discovery is remarkable. This is a 13-year-old girl who is handicapped and has been nonverbal since birth. Here she is talking to her mother, and it's been reversed to reveal.
Here it is backwards. Play it once more. My mother was had tears in her eye when I played her that reversal. She never heard her daughter talk. Here she was saying, love you. Can you imagine the use of reverse speech in working with children and child development and child psychology? You know, every class I teach, I say, will one of you please take this in the area of children? No one ever has yet. It's one of my biggest disappointments. I've got hundreds of examples on kids. You know, they're just amazing.
You go on a sermon, I bet you step on and I want to be.
Reverse speech talks a lot about God and spirit.
Okay, so here's where I land with all of this. David Oates and his discovery of reverse speech is obviously controversial, and there's obviously going to be a lot of back and forth on it. But here is what I can't ignore. Whether or not reverse speech itself is scientifically validated, the idea that our words reveal something deeper about us is not new. This whole thing made me think of how Jesus said, but the things that come out of a person's mouth come from their heart, which I find to be in deep connection with this discovery. Whether or not you believe it to be true, David Oates is a Christian who was woken up at 3 a.m. with the words reverse speech replaying in his mind over and over again. He believes God showed him this to share with the world 43 years ago, and he continues to share it to this day.
Being discovered at this time, in this point in history, because we're totally ready for it, I believe.
Another verse that comes to mind for David Oates, and myself included, when it comes to reverse speech is found in Luke. For there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known. And it really does make me wonder, you know, we're living in a time where evil is being exposed rapidly at a level we could never have imagined. People are finding out about things that are going on behind closed doors all these years that truly we never could have imagined. Are we approaching a time where nothing will be hidden and that truth will be exposed on a level that is unimaginable? And aside from all of this, if you don't find reverse speech to be true. What we do know is true is that what comes out of our mouth does come from our heart. Our words do reveal what lives inside of us. The Bible talks so much about what comes out of our mouth, and our speech, whether played in reverse or not, reveals what's truly in our hearts. God bless you guys. I'm really interested to hear what you thought of today's video. I was really excited to share this with you guys because this was just mind-bending to me. And regardless whether you believe in it or not, I'd really just love to hear what you have to say. If you made it this far, drop a like. Maybe we can get this out to more people. And I will see you guys for our next video. God bless you guys. What's up? Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more videos to help you grow in your faith with Jesus, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also that notification bell so you're notified.
It's been
I am so sorry. I had my sound turned off. Thank you very much. Turn on your mic, David. That does. Anyway, what I was saying was that's a really great video. I really liked it. It's good the young generation is getting into reverse speech, and it's good that good that the Christians are looking at it too. I'm still muted. Really? Can you hear me? Hello, 1, 2, 3. You should be able to hear me. I'm not muted. Can you hear me or not? No anything? What? Oh, okay. Good. Thank you. I was about to say, you should be able to hear me now. I was muted. Okay. All right. We are going to look at Trump. We are going to share the screen. Window, Trump, share. Okay, here we go. This is Donald Trump talking about the war in Iraq.
It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer.
I'd open a gun. Yeah, well, that's exactly what he's done. He's opened a gun, bombing Iran non-stop for a week now. I'd open a gun. All right, here's one here that says, let's use the forwards.
And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our...
Here he says, I've known the dome. I mean, that could mean anything. It could be the Dome of the Rock. It could be the Iron Dome that protects Israel. I mean, it's hard to know. It's hard to know what dome he's talking about. Anyway, here's the reversal again.
Americans, while taking 12 of our...
I've known the dome. There we go. All right, here's a pretty clear one. Let's play this one forwards.
Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests.
Okay, here he uses the word Sam, and Sam in reverse speech is actually a metaphor for the United States. It does come up fairly often, short for Uncle Sam. And he says, well, because Sam better get the Nazi.
Sam medic, yes, there's Nazi.
Sam medic, yes, there's Nazi. So he's congruent in what he's saying. He calls them a brutal regime, the Nazi, Sam, United States. So I'd open the gun. Sam better get the Nazi. And if you're following the news, that's exactly what is happening. All right, here's the next reversal. This one gets a little bit ominous.
To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly.
My deal was Satan.
My deal was Satan. My deal was Satan. My deal was Satan.
There it is. My deal was Satan. That's where it gets a little bit creepy. Here it is again.
Treated fairly. My deal was Satan. My deal was Satan. My deal was Satan.
There you go. My deal was Satan. And that's followed by a nice one. One bad one, one nice one.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
And here he says, get the joy.
Get the joy. Get the joy. Get the joy.
And you must admit they were celebrating in the street when the Tyler was killed. Here's that reversal again.
Get the joy. Get the joy. Get the joy.
So far, he's congruent. We get a little bit creepy around Satan. We're going to get even creepier when we get to Hegseth and Rubio. So that was from his first video, and here's the second one. Here we go.
But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization.
The villain, they're sad.
Their villain is sad. Their villain is sad. Their villain is sad.
Yeah, well, I guess they would be sad. That's probably a congruent reversal. Iran has been plummeted. What are they called? I can't even think of the right word now. Anyway, the villain, they're sad.
Their villain is sad. Their villain is sad. Their villain is sad.
Okay, and here we go. Next one.
We are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place. Sam's.
And this says Sam's. Now, it's normally Uncle Sam appears as Sam singular, so the Sam plural throws me, unless he's talking about American might, Sam's, and they get to know.
Sam's and he gets to know. Sam's and he gets to know. Sam's and he gets to know.
I could be talking about missiles. I know there's Sam missiles. I'll play it again. Oops, no.
In place. Sam's and he gets to know. Sam's and he gets to know. Sam's and he gets to know.
All right, we got some more reversals on Trump about it. Where are we? Okay, this is he was giving some award, Medal of Honor ceremony, and he briefly talked about Iran before the actual ceremony itself.
So before we begin this important ceremony, and there's no ceremony that can be much more important than this, let me provide a brief update on Operation Epic Fury.
And he says, send the dope.
Send the dope. Send the dope. Send the dope.
Okay. Send a dope. What does he mean by that? The American troops are dopes that he's sending? I don't know. I don't quote me on that. I'm just plucking something out of the air.
Epic Fury. Send the dope. Send the dope.
Okay, next one here. Here we go. There's the forwards.
The purpose of this fast-growing missile program was to shield their nuclear weapon development and make it extraordinarily difficult for anyone to stop them from making these highly forbidden,
Their beloved nuke.
beloved nuke.
Yeah, I mean, that's congruent too. He obviously believes they had a nuclear program, their beloved nuke. Here we go. Play.
These highly forbidden, beloved nuke.
All right, that'll do for Trump. Let's look at Hegseth. Okay. I was going to say defense secretary, but he's not. He's secretary of war, but I must admit I hate that term. I much prefer defense secretary. But what would I know? I'm just a little Aussie from the outback. All right, this is Pete Hegseth. This next reversal is a bit controversial, and I'll tell you why in a sec. Let's just play the forwards first. Here we go.
For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people.
Okay, now, this reversal all depends on where you put the comma, okay? Is it hate, comma, must smash this? In which case, hate would be Iran. Hate must smash this. It makes it what we call a cause and effect reversal, where the two phrases relate to each other. But if there's no comma there, and it says hate must smash this, then he's referencing the American troops as going in with hate. Now, maybe they need to do that. Maybe hate is the energy of war. I don't know. Anyway, here's reversal. Hate must smash this. Is there a comma in it or not?
Hate must smash this.
Hate must smash this. Hate must smash this.
Yeah, I don't think there's a comma there. I think it's a straight sentence. So they're going with strong energy of hate.
America. They did it through the blood of our people. Hate must smash this.
Hate must smash this. Hate must smash this.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on where you put the comma. Changes the whole meaning of the reversal. So that's where reverse speech gets a little bit challenging. Someone says there's no pause in his speech. Yeah, I would have to agree. I think it's hate must smash this as in one complete sentence. All right, here's the next reversal. Here we go.
Iran was building powerful missiles and drones to create a conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Let me say that again.
We shamed that lame cult.
And shamed that lame cult.
And shamed that lame cult. And shamed that lame cult.
There you go. We shamed that lame cult. We'll play the reversal again. And earlier he called them a cult of death. So that's a congruent reversal. We shamed that lame cult.
Ambitions. Let me say that again. And shamed that lame cult.
And shamed that lame cult. And shamed that lame cult.
Someone is hearing lame cow. Okay, a couple of you hearing lame cow. Okay, well, I'll play it again. Here we go. I'll play it again. I'm quite open to being wrong.
That again. And shamed that lame cult.
And shamed that lame cult. And shamed that lame cult.
I hear lame cult. But anyway, doesn't matter. Next reversal.
Last June, Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated their nuclear program to rubble. Afterward, we told them plainly, that's it, now make a deal.
Play the game on this.
Are you digging my this?
Are you digging my this? Are you digging my this?
That's important. Let's play the whole forwards again. The whole thing's a game. Listen to the forwards.
Last June, Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated their nuclear program to rubble. Afterward, we told them plainly, that's it, now make a deal.
Play the game on this.
Are you digging my this?
Are you digging my this? Are you digging my this?
Big game of chess, isn't it? Okay, there you go. All right, here's the next one. We'll run this one. Here we go.
America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history.
Make her operate.
Make her operate.
Make her operate. Make her operate.
Yeah, that's nice and congruent. They're talking about the operation. Play the swords again.
America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history.
Make her operate.
Make her operate.
Make her operate. Make her operate.
Someone asked me about my app. No, we don't have the app anymore. No. It's basically a financial consideration, really. I just don't have the funds to develop an app that's top notch. Sorry about that. That's just the way it is. All right, here's the next one. Here we go.
We fight to win, and we don't waste time or lives.
Nazi award human. I don't know what that would mean.
Nazi award human.
Nazi award human. Nazi award human.
But that's the second time they're being referred to as Nazis. So here it is again. Nazi award human. I don't know what that would mean, though.
Human.
Nazi award human. Nazi award human.
Yeah, okay. All right, here's another one, Hegseth. Here we go.
War is hell, and always will be.
See, I want it.
See, I want it.
See, I want it. See, I want it.
Yeah, well, that sort of speaks for itself, doesn't it? Here it is again.
War is hell, and always will be.
See, I want it.
See, I want it.
See, I want it. See, I want it.
Yeah, there you go. And one final reversal on Hegseth. Here we go here. Am I going too fast for you guys? Sorry, I get told a lot I tend to go too fast. So no worries. Okay, here we go.
No hesitation, epic fury for them and the thousands of Americans before them, taken too soon by Iranian radicals.
And here it says, slog it out.
Slug it out.
Slug it out. Slug it out.
Yeah, well, America's in this for the long haul. They're going to totally crush the Nazi regime as they attack it with hate, playing the game in a war that they want, using hate. Slug it out.
Slug it out.
Slug it out. Slug it out.
Let's replay the hate must smash this reversal one more time, and then we go to Rubio.
For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people.
Hate must smash this.
Hate must smash this.
Hate must smash this. Hate must smash this.
And there you go. All right, Rubio. Okay, here we go with Rubio, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. The audio's a bit low on this. I'll pump the levels up a bit, just to see how this goes.
The second question that's been asked is, why now? Well, there's two reasons why now. The first is it was abundantly clear that if Iran came under attack by anyone,
braves kill with numbers.
Braves kill with numbers.
Braves kill with numbers. Braves kill with numbers.
Braves kill with numbers. I don't know. Braves, Indian braves, brave soldiers. Braves kill with numbers.
Anyone. Braves kill with numbers.
Braves kill with numbers. Braves kill with numbers.
All right. This reversal, I think, is what we call a premonition reversal. Premonition reversal is one that looks into the future, except it speaks about it in present tense or past tense. So it describes a future event in present tense. We call that a premonition reversal. So this is past tense, looking to a future event. So here's the forwards.
The United States or Israel or anyone, they were going to respond and respond against the United States. The orders had been delegated down to the field commanders.
was noble win.
Was noble win.
Was noble win. Was noble win.
He's looking ahead to the future. He's predicting America's going to win, but it's a premonition reversal as opposed to future tense, which speaks in either present or past tense. Like I got a verse on Hillary when she's running the campaign trail that says, "Wish I won it." Well, she's on the campaign trail. She hadn't lost yet, but she's looking into the future. This is a similar type thing. Was noble win.
Was noble win.
Was noble win. Was noble win.
All right. Okay, here's where it gets a little bit apocalyptic. Here we go.
On the leadership compound, the missile forces in the south and in the north, for that matter, had already been activated to launch. In fact, those had already been pre-positioned.
Her lamb by the throne.
Her lamb by the throne.
Her lamb by the throne. Her lamb by the throne.
There you go. Straight out of the book of Revelations, except it's her lamb and not the lamb. It is her lamb. I checked it. Her lamb by the throne.
Already been pre-positioned. Her lamb by the throne.
Her lamb by the throne. Her lamb by the throne.
And the next verse is also similar. I think of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, or the four horses. Our horse evil is the reversal.
That is what they were trying to do, is put themselves in a place of immunity where the damage they could inflict on the region would be so high that no one can do anything about their nuclear program or their nuclear ambitions.
Our horse evil.
Our horse evil.
Our horse evil. Our horse evil.
Okay, now, there's two ways you can interpret horse. Horse is a metaphor, common reverse speech metaphor. It means to move forward in truth. But if it's a metaphor, well, they're not moving forward in truth because the horse is evil. If it gets into apocalyptic references, then you're looking at the pale horse of the apocalypse.
Or their nuclear ambitions.
Our horse evil.
Our horse evil.
Our horse evil. Our horse evil.
There you go. And here we have another one that's getting apocalyptic. Someone commented a story I've heard several times now, that they were telling the troops that God ordained Trump to bring on Armageddon. I should play the reversal on Biden. You're not safe, Armageddon. Okay, here's the next one on Rubio.
The objectives of this operation are to destroy their ballistic missile capability and make sure they can't rebuild it, and make sure that they can't hide behind that to have a nuclear program.
The Lord, you make it.
The Lord be make it.
The Lord be make it. The Lord be make it.
The Lord, you make it. And what have we got? 3 reversed in a row. Her lamb by the throne, our horse evil, the Lord, you make it. They're apocalyptic type reversals.
Behind that to have a nuclear program. The Lord be make it.
The Lord be make it. The Lord be make it.
All right, here's another one, Rubio.
Abundantly clear. We would love for there to be an Iran that's not governed by radical Shia clerics, as I've said myself repeatedly for years.
Do you feel the deeper force?
Do you feel the deeper force?
Do you feel the deeper force? Do you feel the deeper force?
Wonder what the deeper force is that he's talking about. The next reversal may tell us.
Do you feel the deeper force?
Do you feel the deeper force? Do you feel the deeper force?
Okay, and then the next reversal tells us what that deeper force is. Here we go.
The next phase will be even more punishing on Iran than it is right now. Someone was screaming, how long will it take? I don't know how long it'll take. We have objectives.
Why now, Satan?
Why now, Satan?
Why now, Satan? Why now, Satan?
So there you go. That's the second reference to Satan. 2 references to Satan. 2 references to Nazi. I know someone says hate must smash. This is actually fate, F-A-T-E. But I can tell you it's definitely hate with an H. All my mental students have checked that one. So here we go. Why now, Satan?
Now, Satan.
Why now, Satan? Why now, Satan?
There you go. All right, so that's Rubio. All right, let's change tactics, shall we? We're going to look at Bill Clinton and his testimony, congressional testimony about his ties with Epstein. So here we go. Let's run this forwards.
I do think you should be talking to me. I think you should have called me. I did take those plane trips with him. And you have a right to ask those questions.
Now he says, get that human, whatever that means.
Get that human. Get that human. Get that human.
I don't know what that would mean, get that human. No idea what that would mean. All right. Here's another one. I'm playing them all, you know.
So I'm glad to be here, and I understand what the oath is.
Heed the bell.
Heed the bell. Heed the bell. Heed the bell.
Heed the bell. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get going, I guess. Let's ring it. All right. Next one is a single word. I don't normally document single words, but this is pretty clear. Incidentally, these reversals were found by Chris Gabriel, versus practitioner Chris Gabriel, who has been contributing for reviews, quite a few reversals to this show podcast on a regular basis.
I have to be honest with you. You know, I'll be 80 years old if I live to my next birthday. I don't remember everything that happened 24 years ago, but I do remember some things.
Yeah, except it says back was baloney.
Baloney. Baloney. Baloney.
Let's play it again. What he's saying baloney to.
I have to be honest with you. You know, I'll be 80 years old if I live to my next birthday. I don't remember everything that happened 24 years ago, but I do remember some things.
Baloney.
Baloney. Baloney. Baloney.
All right, here we go. Here he says, next one along. Here we go.
Be 80 years old if I live to my next birthday. I don't remember everything that happened 24 years ago, but I do remember some things, and I will tell you what I remember as best I can.
Remember, I don't win.
Remember, I don't win. Remember, I don't win. Remember, I don't win.
Oh, that win's a bit dicey at the end. Let me play that again. Remember, I don't win. I'm not sure about that one.
Remember as best I can. Remember, I don't win. Remember, I don't win. Remember, I don't win.
Yeah, just by the skin of its teeth. All right, here's the next one. Now, it gets a little bit ominous. I've got a couple of ominous reversals. Here's one of them.
And I will tell you what I remember as best I can.
She's been described on being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Slur, want a gun.
Slur, want a gun. Slur, want a gun. Slur, want a gun.
Let's play it again. Slur, want a gun.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Slur, want a gun. Slur, want a gun. Slur, want a gun.
I'm going to flash forward a reversal to one following the gun reversal. Here, listen to this.
Okay.
And I think Shantae did it, but I'm not sure. I wish Shantae had told me. I liked her.
Mm-hmm.
Her skull, now this is recently documented as her skull, I was dead. But I hear it as her skull, I was death.
Her skull, I was death. Her skull, I was death. Her skull, I was death.
Her skull, I was death. D-E-A-T-H is how I'm hearing it.
Her skull, I was death. Her skull, I was death. Her skull, I was death.
Now, I got Bill Clinton on tape. I don't know if I can pull that reversal up the top of my head, talking about the death of Vincent Foster. And I got him admitting quite clearly that he knew the Vincent Foster death wasn't suicide, but it was a hit. So there you go. All right. Here's this one is typical Bill Clinton. Oh, I laughed my head off when I heard this.
Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
Yeah, I got a back rub. Yeah, Bill. Backwards, he says, I got a bang it.
I got a bang it. I got a bang it. I got a bang it.
Oh, that's classic. Oh, that is absolutely classic. Let's play the forwards again on that. Listen to the forwards.
Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
I gotta bang it.
I got a bang it. I got a bang it. I got a bang it.
Busted Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton got busted. I'm going to play that one again. I like that one. Well, good catch, Chris.
Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
I gotta bang it.
I got a bang it. I got a bang it. I got a bang it.
All right, here's the next one on Clinton.
With Mr. Epstein, I asked you if you considered him to be a friend. You said you did not. Is that right?
I said we were friendly and we had a cordial relations, but I didn't know him well enough.
Fun on board.
Fun on board. Fun on board. Fun on board.
I bet it was fun on board, Bill. You must have had a hell of a time, mate.
With Mr. Epstein, I asked you if you considered him to be a friend. You said you did not. Is that right?
I said we were friendly and we had a cordial relations, but I didn't know him well enough.
Fun on board.
Fun on board. Fun on board. Fun on board.
Oh, dear me. Bill Clinton out of the mouth of babes, hey?
And while it's being passed out, this is a letter from a book of letters, which
it's his 50th birthday.
Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday. Questions.
Broke the offensive. Oh, I broke the offensive. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I guess he's tried to break the offensive. And here's the last one on Bill Clinton. Then we'll look at some on Kristi Noem, see if we can go out why she was fired. Here we go.
And who asked you to write the letter?
I don't remember.
Would Miss Maxwell have asked you?
I don't know. I think someone on my staff.
Typical Bill Clinton. I remember what I want.
Remember what I want. Remember what I want. Remember what I want.
Remember what I want. Yeah. Go, Bill. Here's the forwards.
And who asked you to write the letter?
I don't remember.
Would Miss Maxwell have asked you?
I don't know. I think someone on my staff.
Remember what I want.
Remember what I want. Remember what I want. Remember what I want.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you do a little art of that, Bill Clinton. Remember what I want. All right, let's see if we can work out why Kristi Noem was fired, shall we? All right. The first reversal gives her away.
We've reached the lowest levels ever recorded in U.S. Customs and Border Protection's history. In President Trump's first year, total Border Patrol apprehensions along the southwest border were less than the average of a single month under the Biden administration.
That weird cellar ops.
In that cellar,
Oh, no, I'm sorry. In that cellar, weird ops. Now, cellar is a metaphor for things buried deep, things you don't want to see. The cellar, deep memories, dirty deeds. So in that cellar, weird ops, people have been digging into her cellar, the weird ops.
Under the Biden administration.
In that cellar, weird ops.
In that cellar, weird ops.
In that cellar, weird ops. In that cellar, weird ops.
All right, here's another one on Kristi Noem.
A majority of the aliens that were arrested by Immigrations and Customs Enforcement have a criminal record.
Oh, this terror with us.
This terror with us.
This terror with us. This terror with us.
Oh, that's an interesting reversal when we talk about arresting illegal aliens. This terror with us.
A majority of the aliens that were arrested by Immigrations and Customs Enforcement have a criminal record.
This terror with us. Wow.
This terror with us.
This terror with us. This terror with us.
Polite one asked me, are they always metaphors? No, they aren't always metaphors. I've been wrong in the past. I've interpreted something as a metaphor and it wasn't. It was an actual fact. So it's the judgment call ultimately, you know. You just don't know, do you? So this terror with us arresting illegal aliens. That's a pretty damning reversal. All right, here's another one. Here we go.
Have a criminal record and have been charged with or convicted of secondary crimes in addition to their initial crime of being in the United States illegally.
Our caution.
Our caution.
Our caution. Our caution.
Yeah, okay. All right. Look, I wasn't too happy with this reversal. If it's not there, I apologize in advance, but let's see how we go.
During this period, ICE has arrested over 1,500 known and suspected terrorists.
They raped a nude. Wasn't sure about the nude reversal.
Yeah,
maybe not totally happy with that. All right, and the last reverse on Kristi Noem. Here we go. This also was found by Chris Gabriel, these reversals on Kristi Noem. So, once again.
The Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Health and Human Services have already located over 145,000 of these children and returned them back to their families and back to people who care about them. And we will not stop until every single one of those children is found.
Seal my furthest tab.
Seal my furthest tab.
Seal my furthest tab. Seal my furthest tab.
Okay, Jeanette Johnson just said Kristi wasn't fired. She resigned at the task force. Oh, I didn't know that. I heard she resigned. Okay, I'm just reporting what I heard. Why listen to this lie, Kristi Noem? Well, we listen to everyone to find out whether they're liars or not. Okay, well, I've just been told Trump didn't fire her, so I apologize. I got that wrong. Okay, Okay, all right. We're gonna play some reversals now. We're gonna change tactics altogether. And look, I've done a few reversals on some evangelists the last couple of days. Well, not evangelists. What I did was I searched for the top 10 pastors in America. Okay, and this chap here came up as number 1. His name is MacArthur. You can't think of his first name now. John MacArthur, I believe. And this was now he's now passed away, I believe, just recently. So I actually stopped doing his tape when I found that out. But I'll still play some of the verses I found. Here we go.
We've covered an awful lot of ground, but I'm fully aware too that there's something very foundational that I want to press home.
But I want to share knife.
Well, I want to share knife.
Well, I want to share knife. Well, I want to share knife.
That's not a very nice reversal. This is number 1 on the list of top pastors in America, John MacArthur. But I want to share knife.
Well, I want to share knife.
Well, I want to share knife. Well, I want to share knife.
Oh, here's another one. Here we go. Listen to this.
We have a model for that, the ultimate model, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Alarmed in the lie.
Alarmed in the lie.
Alarmed in the lie. Alarmed in the lie.
This is another pastor who has said that the Jesus Christ is a lie. Alarmed in the lie. He'll play it again.
We have a model for that, the ultimate model, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Alarmed in the lie.
Alarmed in the lie.
Alarmed in the lie. Alarmed in the lie.
What is a lie? That the Lord Jesus Christ, or that he doesn't believe it? All right, here's another one. Here we go.
They were all amazed, so that they debated among themselves, saying, "What is this? A new teaching with authority."
Hear their offer. hell.
Iderotha Theo. Iderotha Theo.
Iderotha Theo.
Here they offer hell. Okay. Here's some more.
Well, you know the answer to that, but let's look at it just to refresh. John chapter 7.
Did I kill some?
Did I kill some?
Did I kill some? Did I kill some?
This is the theme I have heard repeatedly on pastors over and over again. My sermon, I'd ruin you. Bad sermon. This sermon kills. Someone just posted the word never comes back void. It doesn't matter about the motive. Those who teach the word, that's not true. They're not teaching the word. They're teaching a perverted version of it, and they are causing great damage, as this reversal shows. Did I kill some? They are perpetuating the lie.
Did I kill some?
Did I kill some? Did I kill some?
In my book, Living Like the Wind, which I finished and is edited, I just have to publish it. I'll get around to doing it in the next week or two, although generally Saga is first. I argue that theology or the law is what has taken Christians away from God. They can no longer live by the Spirit because they are trapped in the law or theology. I say that because this reversal says that very thing. Here we go.
These things speak and exhort and reprove with all authority, not just authority, all authority. That is to say, authority that is comprehensive, authority that is unassailable.
He'd offer law, he'd offer Satan.
He wrote the law, he wrote the touchdown.
He wrote the law, he wrote the touchdown. He wrote the law, he wrote the touchdown.
That's got an unusual Satan pronunciation, Satan. I've heard a lot of that before, quite a few times. He'd offer Satan.
He wrote the law, he wrote the touchdown.
He wrote the law, he wrote the touchdown. He wrote the law, he wrote the touchdown.
All right, and then I went to number 4 on the list. This is a chap named, what is his name? Begg, Alistair Begg. And this guy's number 4 on the most top pastors in America. Okay, so let's look at this guy and then we'll wrap this show up. I've got a lot of other evangelists I haven't played you, but we'll leave them till next show. We'll finish this one. Here we go.
Let's read. Let me follow along as I read from 1 Peter and chapter 4.
Evil, you sell this.
You sell this.
Pretty straightforward, isn't it? Here we go. This is number 4 of the top pastors in America.
Let's read. Let me follow along as I read from 1 Peter and chapter 4.
Evil, you sell this.
You sell this.
All right. Okay, here's a reversal that confirms one of my own beliefs, that Jesus condemned public prayer. We are told that when we pray to go and pray in the privacy of our room and don't tell anyone. I think public prayer is an abomination, but that's just my belief. But this reversal tends to support that. Here's this guy praying.
And a brief prayer. Grant, Lord, as we come to this final address, with so many things that have already catapulted themselves into our minds and so many considerations.
The vice and the wolf attack it. So the prayer is the vice and the wolf attack it. Says the word the twice. He has a stutter on it.
This vice and the wolf attacking. This vice and the wolf attacking. This vice and the wolf attacking.
There it is. This vice and the wolf attack it while he's praying prayer.
Considerations. This voice and the wolf attacking. This voice and the wolf attacking. This voice and the wolf attacking.
All right, here's another here's one he's asking for God to help them.
So that individually we come gathered as a group, and yet We want to hear beyond the voice of a mere man, your voice.
We want to hear your voice. This is a prayer, still praying. And he says, I will solve in my brain. So it's not God he wants to listen to. He's going to make it all up in his head. He's going to use his brain, not God. Listen to the thoughts again. He's still praying.
So that individually we come gathered as a group, and yet we want to hear beyond the voice of a mere man, your voice.
I will solve in my brain. All right, now we have a really long reversal. They're quite rare. I don't usually document them, but this one seemed quite clear. If it's not, I apologize in advance.
There are so many things that we need to know. There's so many practicalities of living the Christian life. I mean, just walking around out there.
And evil will seize the lack, our venomous adore. And evil will seize the lack, our venomous adore. If all your reversals are long reversals, Bob, you're documenting them wrong. Reversals should be between 4 and 8 words. Long reversals are very, very rare. When I'm marking students' homework, 95% of them are gibberish that people have projected into. So long reversals are very rare, and I don't allow my new students to document anything longer than 8 words. All right, here's the next one.
Thou hast taught me to say. In the original version, it is, thou hast taught me to know.
Now, Satan serve, want to do it.
That's it, and serve. One is the original.
That's it, and serve. One is the original. That's it, and serve. One is the original.
Yeah, there it is. I'll play it again.
Thou hast taught me to say. In the original version, it is, thou hast taught me to know.
Now, Satan serve, want to do it.
That's it, and serve. One is the original.
That's it, and serve. One is the original. That's it, and serve. One is the original.
There you go, Satan again. This is the 2 top preachers I looked at. Number 1 and number 4 both had Satan on their reversals. Here's the last one, and then we'll finish this show.
To know. You can say a lot of things without knowing them. And that knowledge of God, who he is, and his grace is absolutely foundational.
Satan say, use dog. Of course, God is dog backwards, but it's in the whole sentence, so I documented it. Satan say, use dog.
Satan say, use dog.
Satan say, use dog. Satan say, use dog.
There you go, folks. Here, before I go, let me post my link up one more time to my book, Reverse Speech, Fulfillment Prophecy, out now. Go and get it. You'll like it. Well, at least I hope you do. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you all next week. Okay? See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.